Chapter 1. The Alley. The gates of Iron Heights slammed shut behind Ricky Mike, sealing in the clang of steel and curses. Midnight rain glazed the pavement. He tugged his jacket close, bone-tired after 10 years of night shifts and empty walks home. Fishing for his car keys, he froze. A scream-high, terrified female. Ricky's instincts flared. The sound came from the alley across the staff lot. He drew his baton and sprinted. 3 masked men wrestled a woman in a red coat toward a waiting van. She clawed and kicked, shrieking. "Shut her up," one snarled. "Police'll be here, move it." Another hissed. Ricky launched himself at the nearest thug, cracking his baton across an arm. The man dropped her wrist with a howl. Ricky drove his shoulder into another, slamming him against the van door. The third pulled a knife, rain glittering on the blade. He lunged. Ricky twisted, trapped the arm, and smashed the baton into the attacker's head. The man crumpled, the knife skittering away. "Get the hell out of here," Ricky barked. The 2 survivors dragged their dazed partner into the van. Tires squealed and they vanished into the night. Rain filled the silence. The woman trembled, mascara streaked, hair plastered to her face. Ricky kept his voice calm. "You all right, ma'am?" She met his eyes, dark, alive, fierce, despite the fear. I think so. Name's Ricky. You should call someone family friend." "Katalyna," she cut in, steadying herself. "My name is Katalyna." Ricky nodded. "This place is far from the city. What are you doing out here so late?" "I came to see my father. My car broke down, and I've been waiting for a tow for hours. Let me check." He lifted the hood, flashlight beams slicing through steam. Coolant dripped from a slashed radiator. "Someone punctured it," he said grimly. "Engine's hot, won't start. They wanted you stranded, perfect place to snatch you." Katalyna's voice softened. "Can you take me home, please?" Her eyes, frightened yet trusting, held him. Ricky slipped the baton back onto his belt. "All right, I'll drive you." He memorized her name without knowing why. Behind them, Iron Heights loomed, its towers etched against the storm. Ricky glanced once at its walls, then at Katalyna. The night felt heavier than chance, and somewhere deep inside he knew saving her was only the beginning. Chapter 2. The Dawn's Gratitude. Ricky Mike was halfway through his coffee when the warden's secretary appeared at the break room door. "Officer Mike, the warden wants you, now." Ricky frowned. He wasn't even on shift yet, just trying to quiet the image of Katalyna fighting for her life in the rain. Still, he followed her down the hall, boots echoing off the linoleum. Inside the warden's office, the air was tight. 2 men in black suits flanked the desk, their stares sharp as blades. Between them sat Katalyna, composed in a dark, tailored dress, yet her eyes burned the same as last night. "Officer Mike," the warden said carefully, "this young lady says you saved her." Katalyna rose. "He did, and my father wants to thank him personally." Her father. The words hit Ricky like a weight. Whoever she was, she came with power and danger. The warden adjusted his tie. "You'll be escorted to visitation. Don't argue." Minutes later, Ricky walked the prison corridors beside Katalyna and her shadows. At every checkpoint, guards waved them through without question. Her heels clicked softly, steady as if she owned the place. In the visitation room, Ricky froze. At the far end sat Don Grillo, the Mafia boss, whose empire stretched from casinos to construction sites, whose name could chill both criminals and cops. Silver hair slicked back, eyes sharp as glass. He looked more king than prisoner. "Papa, this is him, the man who saved me," Katalyna said. Grillo's eyes locked on to Ricky. Slowly, he smiled, not warmly, but like a knife sliding free of its sheath. He lifted the phone. Ricky followed. "You saved my blood," Grillo said, voice gravelly, commanding. "For that I owe you more than you realize. Anyone would have done the same," Ricky managed. "No," the Don cut in. His smile vanished. "The world is full of cowards who hear screams and turn away. But you risked your life. That makes you different." The words slid under Ricky's skin. "My daughter lives because of you," Grillo continued. "That makes you part of something now, whether you wish it or not." Katalyna leaned close to the glass, her eyes softening. "Thank you, Ricky, truly." He nodded, unsettled by the warmth in her voice. But Grillo's gaze hardened. "Debts are never simple. They bind, they chain. Remember that." Then he hung up, rose, and walked away with the calm authority of a king in exile. The door opened. Katalyna and her escorts moved to leave, but before stepping out, she glanced back. A fleeting smile lit her lips electric, dangerous. And then she was gone. Ricky stood rooted, pulse hammering. He had come in for another day of prison routine. Instead, he had stepped into Don Grillo's orbit, an orbit no man escaped. Do you think the Don's gratitude was genuine, or he has found a new pawn in his chess world? Stay tuned for Chapter 3. Like, share, and subscribe for more.